Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Contest of Speed Season 13, race number 4 here at Marina Bay Circuit at the Singapore streets. We are going to about to start a race for EU4 tier. My name is Red Panda Pigeon Slayer, also name is Luke. Before we jump into the track for qualifying session, let's quickly check up the driver's standings. Destructo is leading with 69 points. On P2, Grills with 20 points lost to him. On P3 with 28 points, Seed. Uh, Blades and Piper Tech are P4 and 5, both with 25 points. X427 with 23 points. Terralid with 16 points on P7, Cygate on P8 with 12, same amount points for brother Adam on position 9, Sirotkin with 9 points on P10, Hey HX Corner with 8 points on P11, Piney Penguin on P12, Charlie P13, P14 for Daggy Disarmers and Real Ashen Army with 1 points both on position 15 and 16. Let's quickly jump into the constructors standings. And here we got McLaren on position 1 with 69 points, so all points that Destructor scored. Haas on P2 with 55, Ferrari with 48 points on position 3, Alfa Romeo with 41 points on P4, Alpine 1 point behind them on P5, Williams with 17 on P6, Red Bull with 12 on 7th, Aston Martin with 11 points on P8, Mercedes on P9 with 8 points, and Alpha Tauri with 5 points on position 10. A little bit of sound issue. Let's give me this and this. Go away. Drivers are already on the track. Sid already retiring. I assume that's race Qualiman for him. Little car is leading the pack. It looks like it is Aston Martin. Is it Sirotkin? Yes, it is him. Yeah, I see that screen is weird. Apologies, let me fit to the screen. Now should be better. A bit of troll came in for my computer. But let's jump on board with Sirotkin for first lap of this evening. There's wide open, sticks on the 7th. Nice and smooth returns. 1, 2. Wide late. Shifting. Heading to the first DRS zone. Quite low gear, to be honest, over there. Yellow flags in front of him, but it shouldn't affect his lap at this point. Heavy braking zone didn't invalidate the lap. It's one of the easiest points to do this at this track. A little bit of oversteer, but he keeps it clean. Going to the bridge section. Looks really comfortable with his car at this track. DRS wide open at second DRS straight. Now we're heading to changed section. And it looks like Sirotkin decided to abandon his lap. Letting by to Alfa Romeo. It's, I believe, position 13. Yes, it is Nico Stecchi, setting a benchmark with 1:30.2 for tonight. Behind him, Destructo with 31.2, and Nico Grills, new fastest lap, 29.5. Let's jump into Alpha Tauris. Real Ashton with 34.6 on current P4. Charlie with 31.064 on mediums, currently on position 3. Ferraris are heading through sector 3. Pipatek is in front on medium tires as well. And last 2 turns, crossing the line with 32.089, X427, getting position 3 on softs with 1:39.64 currently. So who will be the next? It will be Mercedes of, it's not Nathan, actually it was Nathan I mentioned. Teralt with 30.2 on position 2, D Summers with 31.007 on position 5, and it looks like Connor is on the flyer. Meanwhile, Sirotkin improved himself to 30.893. And Connor with purple sector 1. Going through the bridge to the hairpin. I think better exit comparing to Sirotkin. We were on board with purple sector 2 for Mercedes driver. New big straight created at this track after changes made for this season. Connor running to last 2 turns, and what time he will set? It's 30.731, position 4. Who is further on the track? It looks like it's wait, it's Pipatek. It's on the in lap. Sirotkin should be as well. Saigate is about to start his lap, so let's take a moment with a Red Bull driver. Actually, let's go on board with him. A little bit of unnecessary braking to turn 3, I believe it is. Cutting inside curb a bit to turn 4. The gear is wide open. Kept 7th gear. Then decided to jump to 8th. Avoiding the inside curb really wisely, because it's one of the fastest way to kill yourself at this track. Going through the bridge, braking to the hairpin, really tight. Braking even to the 1st gear. Looks like pretty decent exit over here. Yellow flags in front of him. That's Ferrari driving really slow on the in-lap. A little bit too early braking. Close to invalidate, crossing the line with 1:32.166. That's position 12 for Red Bull driver. Looks like Dagi. No, it might be DMS who will be the next one to set a lap time. DMS with 32.4 on position 13. It looks like Alpha Tauri is crossing the line. What I missed, so Nathan will be the next one to cross the line, but his lap is invalidated, so let's jump into Dagi, who is finishing his lap as well, I believe, but he decided to abandon this one. Distracted just started his second attempt. How about Charlie? He should be further back, on the track. Yes, he is onto the sector 2. Improvement in sector 1 with purple time. Almost half a second of improvement. Going through the bridge to the hairpin, really interesting camera angle. There's wide open and entering sector 3, over 1.3 second improvement for the AlphaTauri driver. That might be a huge time for him. Nice for the chicane. Oh, a little bit of snap at the exit, but it shouldn't be big validation of his lap. Just 0.04 of the second behind Grills. That's P2 for Alpha Tauri driver. Not sure why I wanted to say Alfa Romeo. The Structor is heading to the pit lane. So let's jump into Piney Penguin, who is in sector 3. A bit of yellow flags that's causing by Aston Martin, letting the drivers on the hot laps to pass. Piney Penguin is crossing the line, and that will be 131.7. That's P13. Ferrari driver, that was X427, I believe, but we are waiting for the first lap to Rising Claw, who is about to finish his lap. Not the impressive lap for Red Bull driver, 134.577. Who is on the lap? Who is on the lap? Let's pick someone. Charlie is on the in lap for sure. 427 is over 8 seconds down on his delta, so that won't be a hot lap for him. Dagi invalidated his lap. And do I see Alfa Romeo over here? It's Nico Secchi on the out lap. So is Nathan. And Nathan is closer to start a lap. Nathan on the first DRS zone of the track. The rear wing is open. Looking for good traction spots at the start of sector 2. Closing into the bridge section. Nice and clean through here. That's for sure, it's reason to be happy for the Mercedes driver. DRS wide open and about to finish his second sector, 108.3. That's his second attempt, but I do believe first one was invalidated. Working on that, on this, Matty. but I'm afraid I will have to launch the pause menu for the stream. Apologies for that. Not sure why. It won't cooperate with my mobile app. Here, Amati, invitation sent. And let's jump into the Williams of Terralit, who is going through sector 2 after the hairpin, so last moments of the lap. Good evening, Mati. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Hello, hello. Yes, just joined the end of qualifying, so this should be exciting.
Yeah, most dramatic moment of the session, probably. Terrell is abandoning his lap and heading to the pit lane. That's a surprise because he might be a little bit short with his time to make another attempt. Nico with the problems at the start of sector 2. Oh, apologies, it was start of sector 3. Yes, too late braking. Terrell decided to retire from the session. So it won't be time improvement for him. But Sirotkin is about to start a lap. Really beauty angle of the camera. It looks nice and clean, good on acceleration for the hairpin. And DRS wide open, he's running really fast to end the sector 1. Improving a bit, 75 thousandths of the second. He was close to invalidate his lap at the beginning of sector 2. Now heading to probably most challenging part of the track, the bridge section. Really narrow one, braking to the hairpin. To be honest, it sounds a bit like a little bit of wheel spin at the exit, and he's losing over 2/10 of the second. D. Summers is retiring from the session. Assuming by your reaction he crashed himself.
No, it was more Sirotkin running deep through turn 14. Probably lost a little
And
bit of time.
Sirotkin invalidated his lap. Who is behind him is that X427. Yes, he is.
Half a second up. So I'm going to put him towards row possibly 2 of the grid.
It's P6 with half a second improvement for 130.411. Aston Martins, is it Daggy? See this Daggy, but a couple of drivers in front of him. Grill is finishing his lap with no improvement. Charlie and Fake Saucer ain't improved that much as well. Daggy not changed his position. Pipertech and X427, P6 and P7. It is Connor with lap invalidated, so he won't improve himself. Destructo
was improving.
He's crossing the line with 130.390. It's P6 for McLaren driver. Is it Williams or is it Alpine? It's Alpine of brother Adam. He was improving by 222 at the end of sector 2. It is improvement over half a second for position 9. Red Bull. So Cygate with lap invalidated. How about DMS Racing? DMS Racing is improving by over 1.3 second. That gives him position 13 for the start of this race. So Grillis and Charlie is a front row, position 3 and 4. Fake Kuser and Terali, Nikodeski and Destructo, position 5 and 6. Pipetek and X427, so that's fourth row for Ferrari. Brother Adam and Connor for position 9 and 10. Sirotkin and D. Summers position 11 and 12. GMS and Piney Penguin for position 12, 13 and 14.
Yep. And then Sygate and Dougie are 15 and 16.
And I don't remember further back, but let's quickly review this. Ashton Army on P17, Rising Cloud P18, Nathan on P19, and Sid, who didn't settle up, on position 20.
Sid has served his qualifying ban successfully in the eyes of Deathstorm, who's currently keeping an eye on it in the chat. So that's a good penalty served. Excellent. Quite a disparity in times, but it is Singapore. It's a street circuit. It's going to be unpredictable, Luke, isn't it? It's going to be crazy, this one.
Yeah, I mentioned before we started the broadcast that it's all about survival. It's like Monaco, but way faster.
Yeah, first time we've come to the streets of Singapore with its new layout as well. Obviously, the Anderson Bridge has been taken out, so it's just now one straight line, which is,
and to be honest,
makes it more interesting.
I really like the new layout of this track.
Gives more purpose to corners like turn 14 and the new turn 16. The chicane before the last couple of corners.
Only thing I'm missing over there is another DRS zone over there.
Yeah, probably another DRS zone may make a difference, but it's such a short straight, probably won't have that much of an effect. Good to see the two Alfa Romeo boys that have come in permanently to replace Tichy and Blaze, starting strong. Third and fifth Scouser we've seen race here before, been in tier 2 at one stage at some point, but glad to see him back. And Nico, a new driver in, so yeah, good to see what Alfa Romeo can do this evening.
Yeah, I mean they are on position 4 currently at the constructor standing, so pretty good effort until now for them. But we are about to start. It's 4-5 lights, and away we go. Looks like Charlie got a bit better launch comparing to Grills. Yes, it is, and Charlie is taking the lead race. And let's see, Piney Penguin is losing the position. Nathan is... Real Ashton actually dropped quite a bit. Sid managed to promote himself for P16 after the start. So really good launch for Alpine driver. Saget is battling with D. Summers for P12. Alfa Romeo drivers swapping the position. Fake Saucer dropped to P5 a little bit.
Sygate's lost the back end, has had a collision with D. Summers in the Williams.
DMS Racing is struggling a lot. It's just dropping far behind. He lost like about 5 or 6 positions within 2-3 corners.
Oh, and straight on does go the Williams, and the Alpine is round. Sid's round. Sid's made a great start, but been spun around. Carnage into turn 9.
If I've seen that correctly, he was collected by Rising Claw, who was driving quite a bit aggressively through there.
Ashton has dropped to the back as well.
But it looks like it is calm at the track at this point, so let's quickly check. Sirotkin is overtaking X427. Actually, they are battling for the position. Sirotkin is making a mistake. And X427 is ahead on that hard compounds. Speaking about tires,
the Hassan Piney Penguin as well. It's like he didn't see him there.
Dugge is heading to the pit lane already, so is D. Summers. Charlie Grills on position 1 and 2, position 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, and 18 decided to start on hard compounds. So SD Summers and Dagi, who just switched for the mediums. Williams and Alfa Romeo on position 3 and 4. Connor on position 9. Cygate and Piney Penguin. Nathan and Sid on the mediums.
I was wincing there because Rising Claw was trying to battle with Nathan with some quite heavily damaged front wing on the right hand side of that Red Bull. I'm surprised he wasn't in the pits the lap before, because a track around here you do need that front downforce to put.
And Sid is making beauty overtake on the Red Bull. And look how fast he is losing to Sid. It's almost 2 seconds basically on one straight. But let's jump in on the top, because Terladi wants to attack Grills for position 2 on this race. Williams is really close. And we do have DRS train all the way down to P13. No,
P9,
apologies, P9. Yes, I just noticed that I was
someone's
mistaken.
literally nearly just gone straight. I think that was Nathan. Yeah, a few of the guys in this tier that are probably considered the slower guys. Sorry to disrespect those people, but you can really see the difference as they're dropping off the back.
DMS is suffering. Destructor is overtaking Nico for P5. Pipertech is losing position to Connor and dropping to P9. I mean, I wouldn't say they are slowest. Maybe less experienced around us.
That's a nicer way of putting it. Yeah, probably how I should have put it.
But I have to say, I had a couple of battles with some of them at Zandvoort, and Real Ashton is crushing himself on the hairpin after the bridge, and it's virtual safety car.
That's a collision with Rising Claw, I think, because that front wing has now completely gone from that Red Bull. He hadn't stopped as well, which I do beg the question why he stayed out there, because it would have been painful.
Cygate is overtaking X427, who is heading to the pit lane.
Pits, yes.
To be honest, on tracks like this, we should get a regulation that if you have front wing damage, you are supposed to box instead of created danger behaves.
Yeah, common sense.
And Rising Claw with 5 seconds penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Yeah, horrible pit entry this one. We've seen multiple drivers, experienced and inexperienced drivers, hit the pit wall over many years.
I mean, to be honest, it's one of the worst pit entries and exits at the whole F1 calendar.
Yeah, Drace has done it before. Montana's also done it as well in the EU1 championship fight with Fruit a few seasons ago. But we have green flag once again, and we have a gap.
Yeah, it looks like Nico just dropped out of DRS on Destructor. He's gaining back to get the DRS as soon as he can. And Brother Adam is dropping a bit. He regained.
Yeah, the VSC helped out the guys at the front with low ERS to replenish it pretty much all above 90% again. So benefit there of the VSC being out.
DMS Racing rejoined the session. Let's hope his car won't make an unexpected behave when he will retake the control.
There's a driver behind said car. That's not a it's not a pleasant experience. That happened with Konzo last week in EU2 around Austria. I was sat behind him, sitting there going, when is he going to take control? When we were quite closely fought. But yeah, hopefully back in, not causing many problems. Cygate appears to be struggling. Luke is there. He's 5.3 seconds and growing behind Pipe Tech.
I'm wondering, is it just a matter of lack of self-confidence, or just he messed up his setup? Because it's really easy to overheat your tires if you pull the brake bias too low.
Someone really strung for grip. Cygate's basically stopping to get to corners. Whether he's overheated his tires already.
I'm just watching it, and Piney Penguin and Sirotkin are just waiting for the opportunity to overtake him.
It looks like he's literally just tiptoeing round. The back end of that car is looking not very pleasant to drive.
Yes, it is. And Destructo, first victim of track limits. I have to say that's pretty impressive, because it's not easy to get. And Rising Claw decided to leave the session. I hope it wasn't rage quit. Destructo is fighting for his life against Alfa Romeo. That will be good news for you if Nico will overtake McLaren driver. So as well, Fake Cruiser is trying to close up to Williams on P3. And that's actually two closest battles, but they are really close to each other anyway, because they are in huge DRS train. And Cygate, last lap you said it's over 5 seconds, now it's over almost 8 seconds. So Cygate is struggling really badly. The Summers is overtaking Dagi for P17. Now look, Cygate is struggling a lot, but Piney Penguin and Sirotkin, both of them, didn't find a way to overtake him on the track. He's positioning his car quite well to defend against them.
Alfa Romeos have swapped again. Whether that was deliberate or whether that was just a genuine overtake.
No, they didn't swap. Destructo overtook Fake.
But Fake Scouser was behind Nico, no?
No, Fake was behind Williams and ahead of Destructo.
You have better eyes than me then, possibly.
That's just old man memory.
Who has done well off the start? Everybody in the top 8 or 9 have either lost or gained a couple of positions. Cygate's up 5 despite his slow nature of pace.
He's dropping
Nathan's
like
up.
2 seconds a lap. We've seen a yellow flags in sector 2.
Sid, I think, ran deep. There's no visual damage on the LP.
It looks like his gap to DMS raised a lot, and DMS actually is really close to Nathan, so he might try to overtake him, and he's making that. Oh, that was a brave move.
It was. I thought he was gonna do a switchback there, Nathan, because I thought the McLaren had gone too deep. Nathan then runs right through turn 19. Destructor on the move, made another position agriculturally in turn 5.
Yes, indeed. And Fake is making a move onto the Williams. They are side by side.
Too wide through there is very well done, boys.
Yeah, too wide, especially that inside curb might cause you lose a car really fast and easy.
But this fine is breaking the train up a bit.
See it heading to the pit lane, so after that mistake he made a couple of turns ago, it could be some potential damage for Alpine driver. And Sirotkin is retiring, it's full cost safety car. Sirotkin retired between turns 8, 9 and 10. And he...
Oh, he's hit the wall sticks out.
Yeah, but the weird thing is, before his car disappeared, we seen the notification that he gets a 5 seconds penalty for colliding with someone else under the safety car. I believe it was collision with 47, and fake Scosser with 5 seconds penalty for speeding in pit lane.
Oh.
That's going to be double stack for Alfa Romeo, boys. Because Nico pulled to the pit lane as well.
No, I won't serve it, so I'll have to serve it next time round.
Nico will drop a couple of positions because of that double stack.
Yeah, it didn't hold him up as badly as what a double stack can do.
Yeah,
so.
But to be honest, I'm a little bit surprised Nico decided to pull into the pit lane with quite good still hard compounds.
Yes, Scouse, I believe, gone. Yeah, he did the same thing. Scouse has done the same thing. So both the Alfa Romeos have gone from hards to the mediums. X427's done the same thing. Pipe done the same thing at Ferrari. So Alfa Romeo and Ferrari doing similar strategies.
Yeah, but it looks like this safety car works well for brother Adam.
Oh, God! Oh, that kills me every time. Piney Penguin picking up a 3 second time penalty for track limits under a safety car when you're not pushing. That's what kills me.
Yeah, but to be honest, I was last 2 days I was practicing a bit at Singapore, and you might get track limits in quite unexpected places at this track.
Turn 14, exit of turn 14 is where you can get one of them.
You can get track limit penalties as well at turns 3 at the exit, and on at mid of turn 5.
Yes. On the entry of turn 5, as in the left-hand side of turn 5, and then as you come in.
Yeah.
You can run wide there, can't you?
Yeah, at the outside on early and mid turn after turn 5, you might get warning or penalty quite easily. Obviously, the easiest spots over here will be turn 6 and last 2 turns. Especially because last 2 turns is usually lift off without reducing your gear and braking, so you might just don't lift off enough and went too far, and in worse scenario you might lose your rear end and finish up onto the inside or outside wall and finish your race like this.
I was going to say turn 2 as well. We try and straight line the little right-hander before the left-hander turns 3.
And about biggest traps at this track, I say it's turn 7 inside curb.
Yes, or if you're too scared, it's the outside curb, but the curb will probably beat you.
And inside curb, that will be turn 10, 11, 12, 13 inside curb at the exit on the bridge.
Yep.
That's the terrifying one.
And
But
then
let's check the tires. What are they doing right now? So top four is on hards from the start. Fake, Terral, Connor with fresh mediums. X47 on 6-lap old mediums. Nico and Pipetek on fresh mediums. Piney Penguin and Saget on fresh hards. DMS on fresh hards. D-Summers on old mediums. He boxed after lap 1. Saget is heading to the pit lane on that fresh hard compound. Stayed on fresh hards. Nathan on fresh mediums. Rising Low on old mediums. Saget going for the fresh mediums. And Dagi on relatively fresh hards. And okay, to be honest, top 4 might struggle a bit with defending against 3 drivers on fresh mediums behind them, but it's not that easy to overtake over here. So, to be honest, I feel like that might pay off for them. What's your opinion about this, Matty?
I think that's a bit of a possibility. You can go medium, but I mean, track position here is a bit key, I feel. Not as much as what it was in the last game, in the last version of this track, where you could park the bus in Sector 3 and get away with it. But it's still very difficult to overtake because you can kind of set it up to defend the 2 DRS zones. What you possibly would see is guys on the hards will extend, they'll go probably mediums for about 10 or 12 laps to go.
If they will be able to extend to lap 21, they might risk and take some softs potentially.
Yeah, but I would avoid it because I know the tyre range temperatures is a little bit harder to keep them in the window, and mediums will be a bit more easier because your natural instinct will be to push on those softs towards the end of the race.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that someone will decide to do this and go for 8 to 10 laps staying on the softs. Meanwhile, we have a safety car restart right now. Potential closest place to move will be around here with DMS and D-Summers. DMS almost hits that gearbox of Williams in front of him. Dagi is overtaking Saigate, but I believe that was position swap for them because Saigate was last to pit and he dropped to last place. Grills is closing to Charlie, but he wasn't close enough to make a move for taking the race lead.
Yeah, so what we'll probably see is the guys in the mediums, if they get stuck, then everybody will be pitting probably either once or for a second time, roughly the same window, which would be interesting. But if the medium runners want to take the advantage, they need to make these positions up within the next 2 or 3 laps.
DMS Racing, that's position 13. DMS is losing position to Mercedes
front wing,
as well.
Why. He's got no front wing. That McLaren is going to tiptoe its way round and will probably box and probably pick for the hard tyres till the end of the race.
And Fake Scozer is looking for the move on the brother Adam. Wasn't close enough. Connor, what happened to Connor? He's dropping so fast. Oh, he is spinning around a lot. And Fake Saucer is overtaking. Oh, and there was a contact. There was a contact between him and Adam, and Alpha is dropping down all the way through P14, 15, and 16. That's unfortunate because he had a really good race. Rising Claw
for a move.
is ghosting. I believe he
Oh.
didn't return to the lobby.
No, he hasn't, and I've asked him, and I've not heard anything, so he can get on with it now. The Ferrari X427 had a look to move on Brother Adam, didn't go for it, probably should have done. Into turn 7, a bit more decisive on the mediums, but on a very aging set of mediums compared to. That's weird as he lodges the back end through the Anderson Bridge, and now we're definitely going to have a gap between the top 5 and everybody else.
And Nico is going to make a move on X47. He is ahead of him on the braking zone. A little bit of contact. And X47 is dropping position to his teammate as well, so he's dropping 2 positions.
After giving him a classic weave in front to signify his thank yous.
I mean, Nico was a bit ahead of 47. So just to avoid potential incident on place of 47, I would lift off a bit earlier comparing to Alpha. Maybe he would outbrake himself and crash to the wall.
It's a brave move trying to hold it around the outside there at turn 14.
And Grills is attacking Charlie for the race lead. He was ahead by inches for a moment, but he stepped off.
Pipe got that move done on Nico further down in P6 was.
But how fast Nico lost distance to Pipertech. It's over 1 second already.
Yeah, Pipertech's burned a lot of battery. So is Nico, to be fair. But
yeah, but Pipertech is flashing. He was burning a lot to keep to the DRS distance to the guys in front of him, I do believe. And it looks like Nico won't have DRS advantage on him behind. But 427 is got DRS on Nico.
Charlie and Greatest coming again.
Will Grills
now,
try to dive to the inside? No, he's not. And Williams.
And gave the wall a good
penalty.
And gave the wall a good tap for good measure as well at the exit turn 17. There's a long way to go.
Another victim of track limits.
A long way to go for the 2 guys out front. Play nicely, otherwise your races could unravel very quickly.
These hammers heading to the pit lane. It looks like Nico. It looks like Nico closed the gap to Pipertech, and 47 is now defending against Piney Penguin. A little bit of contact between them.
Yeah, Piney was a little bit hesitant there. He showed the inside, made a lunge, then stopped, and then carried on. If he just made one decisive move, he would have been more alongside the Ferrari there and wouldn't have lost a little bit
meanwhile,
of time.
Because of that mistake, Piney Penguin is under the pressure from Sid. So
back up to the Ferrari.
Great recovery for Sid because he was starting last after Qualiban. Then incident in turn 1 dropped him back quite much, and now he is fighting for the points again. He's looking for the move. He's looking for the move. He is close, almost side by side. He's stepping off. Wise decision by the Alpine driver.
Yeah, it needs to set it up for 6 or 7, turn 7. Just got to try and set that move
is
up.
Overtaking Dougie, yellow
Dougie has had an incident with the wall and has no front wing, so that's going to be a long lap round.
And Sygate became another victim of track limits.
And that's all going to get a bit feisty between himself, Nathan, and Scouser. Could see ourselves possibly 2 or
47
3
closed the
wide.
gap to Nico again. Sid was too far to attack Piney
Side to the
Penguins. Saget
outside.
is... And Destructo is swapping the positions with Brother Adam.
He's got front wing damage, left hand side on the McLaren.
Pipetek is overtaking Destructo as well.
That's why there is damage. Nico has been caught by...
Destructo is falling down really fast right now. Nico is close to him, but Destructo still with DRS. That will help him defending a lot.
Yeah, Nico's getting caught by the Ferrari as well. There's now a train back to Sid in 10th. Destructo will probably come in and put on those mediums. There's quite a bit of damage on that left-hand side of that McLaren, so proceed with caution, those behind.
It doesn't help him at all. And Grills is dropping down, but it's a pit lane entry for Haas driver. Nico outside of the DRS on Pipetek on position 4, but he will be under the pressure from X47. And now wondering, is half a second enough to make an attack on the braking zone to turn 6 or 7 it is?
Pipe 6.
And 47 from the outside. No, he was too far back. He stepped off.
Oh, switch back.
Now he's making a switch back. But he was too far again.
Oh,
but look at the move. What a move by Ferrari.
Nico was a little bit tentative there, gave, I would say, a bit too much room, a bit too generous. And X427, well, with the number of seasons that he's done here at COS, just obliges and says thank you very much. Puts his Ferrari in P5, and can act as a nice little buffer now between himself
Sid finally overtook
Pipetek.
Piney for position 7 currently for Alpine. And he is closing in to Nico. It looks like he might get the DRS on Alfa Romeo in front of him. If he don't, it will be really close miss.
It will be a wonderful position here. He can choose.
Terrell is heading to the pit lane, so is Charlie. So that's a race lead for Brother Adam, who is under the pressure from Pipetek.
Position here to do what he wants. He can stay out.
Yeah, but now I'm wondering,
medium.
Does Grills manage to gain something on Charlie? It looks like he will be in front of AlphaTauri. Grills on mediums, Charlie on fresher mediums. It's over 2 seconds. The Summers with new fastest lap. Pipetek managed to overtake Brother Adam, and we have a new race leader. Brother Adam is falling down really fast from Pipetek. Surprisingly, X47 is over 2 seconds behind Alpine.
Charlie's pit exit, let's just say, was interesting. I don't want to put any more stress through Devstall's head, but it was interesting, to say the very least.
Did fall down a bit from 47. It's over 1 second, but Saget is under the pressure for Fake. Fake is trying from the outside. Oh, that was really close between two of them. And Fake is ahead, it looks like. Saget from the inside. He was for a while.
Oh, contact. Yeah, well,
a little bit of contact, and it looks like Alfa Romeo broke a bit too late. Brother Adam and 47 heading to the pit lane. And look at this, Saget, who was struggling a lot, currently on P3.
Yeah, that Red Bull will have a bit of a bullet set up in a straight line, usually very quick, so we'll be running probably a little bit lower downforce compared to everybody else. Redis is just flying at the moment, posting in the fastest lap time of the race.
And he extended his gap over Charlie by about half a second last lap.
He's just putting a
Sygate is
1:33.2,
defending
which is
pretty
7/10 quicker.
well on fake. There was no contact, but his positioning forced Alfa Romeo to get probably a warning for track limits at the exit of turn 6. So we have pipe attack, we have then no one for the long time, then Sid, then really long time no one, and then battle for currently P3 between Sygate, Fake, and Connor. Grills and Charlie. Charlie managed to close the gap to Grills by 1 second on the last lap. So he is fighting. Charlie with time penalty. Track
Yeah,
limits
Grace's
now.
box mod is.
And we see Sygate is struggling with battery.
But he's got a low downforce setup and he's got a little bit of battery, so he can keep the guys behind them.
Grills overtaking Nathan for P6. Over 6 seconds lost to Connor currently, but I expect that gap will be melting with every lap. Meanwhile, Fake is attacking and overtaking Sygate for position 3 on the race. Charlie is overtaking Nathan for position 7, and look how fast he catched up to Grills. He is within DRS range, but Grills is catching really fast to Connor. Just within few corners, almost 2 seconds. And the MS Racing is retiring, and it is full cost safety car. That's actually a great news, especially for currently leading 3.
Interesting place to have an accident.
To be honest, I didn't notice where did
turn
he...
7. And it looked like to be at the apex of turn 7. Rather than the exit. But who knows?
Look, Pipe Attack is heading to the pit lane, but somehow Sid is gained about 5 seconds on Pipe Attack under the safety car.
Soft tyres. Some red things. We haven't seen those for a while.
Grills is taking the lead of the race, Charlie behind him, but it looks like Pipe Attack will keep podium spot. And now Brother Adam is going to overtake him. Yes, he did manage to overtake Pipe Attack, but had to give that position back. And Sygate with 5 seconds penalty for crossing the pit lane exit.
He's not the first one that's pushed the limits of the pit exit and entry.
I mean,
some people have got away with it.
It's a bit rubbish at this track because minor touch of the outside curb for the pit exit, causing you go too wide and just cross that line. I remember when we had crossplate here, like 2 seasons ago, I believe. I had the same problem. Now, this tractor was struggling a lot. I mean, at least he said that he will be struggling a lot, or suggested that. It looks like it paid off well for Sid, who's currently on P6, but let's check out the tires. And we have all 3 compounds in use. Grills on 4-lap old mediums, Charlie on 3-lap old mediums, Pipe Attack on fresh softs, Brother Adam on 2-lap old mediums, Destructor on 4-lap old softs, Sid on fresh softs, X427 on 2-lap old mediums, Nico with 3-lap old hards, Connor and Sygate on fresh softs, Fake on fresh mediums, Nathan and Terrell on fresh softs, Dagi on 4-lap-old mediums, Rising Claw on 7-lap-old hards, D-Summers and Piney Penguin on fresh softs. Nathan is overtaking
Because he's coming
Fake,
to the
but
pit.
Fake is heading to
Has
the
a
pit
scouser.
lane. Where
That will
he is
be
and
put
what is going
on.
to do. It's softs.
Some red tyres, excellent. Destructo. Oh, we got carnage. Absolute carnage back here. Pipetech's not got a front wing, neither has Charlie. Destructo's dropped down a couple of places. What on earth has happened?
That was weird, and I do believe, yeah, it was
Who else?
Pipertech I seen. For a moment I thought
Anybody?
it was someone else. Rising Cloud somehow overtook Dagi under the safety car.
If Dougie's too slow, it's an AI, remember, so, you know, it will probably overtake you if it comes up with that red message
Oh
saying you're dropping too far
yes,
back.
it is. I forget that Rising Claw is probably a still an AI-driven car.
Yep. So it'll do the whole you're falling back job, and the AI have no sympathy and will overtake you. I'm just checking to see if there's any more front wing damage on any other cars. It doesn't look like it. That was a very strange incident. Oh, I noticed Destructor dropping back and then quickly panned to the action, and it was carnage. There was two drivers without front wings. So Charlie's
Oh, and
race.
unfortunate safety car will be in this
Yeah.
lap. So Charlie and Pipertech. Well, if nothing unexpected happened, race for those two is over.
Well, safety. I'm a big believer in safety cars generate more safety cars. So hopefully for their sake that occurs. But I'll have to wait and see and find out. I won't have long for the safety car to come out. We'll have 9 laps when we cross the line this time. The
But at
leader
this
will go.
point, before they pull out, it's good moment to say our best regards for the stewards for this week.
Yeah, good luck, guys. Especially if it's going to be raining around Singapore. We've had races around here where it's been
Brother
raining
Adam
and it's been
already
long.
over 1 second behind Grills. Sid swapping the positions with 47. Nico is at this battle as well.
Problem with Sid though, there's no end plate on that right hand side of that Alpine.
Yeah, and he's losing quite fast. Wondering, is that happened under the safety car or just now when he was fighting with 47?
Nico's got past Havoc, which is also interesting. Charlie's crossed the white line. Thought that would happen at some point after his first attempt.
47 is really close. Destructo is pulling a pressure on Brother Adam for P2. Nathan is losing position to Williams. Dizammer's overtaking Rising Claw. Piney Penguin with track limit penalty.
Williams just overtook him through the Singapore sling at turn 10 down the inside. That is brave.
Yeah, and he is looking for making a move on Cygate. He's closing fast to him. Will we see? And it's
Penguins off.
Penguins
And no
off.
front wing.
Too late braking. Cygate with track limit penalty.
Side by side.
There was
virtual
two
safety
contacts.
car. Charlie's
Charlie's
retired.
out.
Yeah.
On the hairpin. And that was interesting pit entry for the Williams.
I'm seeing a lot of interesting things from EU4. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. You take that as what you will. But I've seen some interesting
Williams
entries and exits.
was
And
on the regular racing line on the outside of last two turns, and then suddenly slowed down and just went directly to the pit lane. We are not doing this in this league, boys.
Pipetech's come in for another set of probably soft tyres.
Yeah, let's
Well,
quickly check what tires are on the way. Scuser on fresh softs, Spiny on fresh softs, Pipe Attack on Tulip all
be on
softs,
softs. We'll have to
looks like.
cycle, any because these are now quality tyres. If they
Terral
don't carry the sit over.
on fresh softs, and no more tire changes for the rest of the grid.
Not yet, but they've not caught the safety car because they all went past the safety car when it came out. So that's not the end just yet. We could see another few positions. Who is willing to give up track position?
Yeah, and fingers crossed for especially for bottom four drivers to not get that game feature, let's say, when the leader will catch up to the safety car and suddenly at the end of the lap they will see the delta and will get a drive-through penalty.
Nico has come in. He's the only one being brave enough.
Yeah,
The
but
top 10 or 11.
he was on hard tires, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, apologies.
He was on hard tyres, but
My
you then have to
cat
question is he get.
my cat decided to
Well,
jump onto my keyboard and launch the Microsoft Edge browser somehow. Don't
surprise.
ask me how. Don't ask me how.
So Rising Core will be the anomaly out there on,
Destructor is
and we're
quite
not that clever.
with quite difficult position because he is on relatively old mediums. Behind him sit on quite fresh softs. So that might be once easy defend for Destructo. I'm surprised about Brother Adam. He was a bit lucky with that safety car because Destructo was looking for the move on the Alpine.
Fear for drivers on the mediums. 5 or 6 laps.
Yeah, Destructo have oldest one, I believe.
Yes, and
Same age
Grelis as
as
well.
Grillis. Brother Adam, a bit newer one. Same age as X47 tires. Sid, Connor, Sygate, Nathan, and Summers with 2 lap old fresher softs. And then excluding Rising Low, everyone from P11 down to P16 on fresh softs. Relatively fresh in case of Pipe Attack.
You're absolutely spot on, Deathstorm. Sid lost the podium match. He does look very good.
Yeah, especially that he don't even need to overtake Destructor because of his time penalties.
Who is going to be smart enough, careful enough, and not burn out their softs between now and the end of the race? That's going to be the true
And
question.
who will be wise enough to not rustle himself?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean.
Yes, 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 yes.
Oh no! That's a disaster. My cafe ended.
That is... Oh. Oh well.
You get scared.
I'm never scared.
Yeah, but it looks like Deathstorm is right, and Sid last to podium looks solid.
Hey,
Might be
Deathstorm
on
is
the play.
very good round here. Deathstorm's very good at making predictions around here. He commentated EU2 last season, and he said I would go from 17th to 2nd, and he was right. I did. I don't know how, but he's got mystical powers.
To be honest, 2 seasons ago, I made one prediction that Mantis will DNF. It was, I'm pretty sure, at Imola race, and guess what happened? He crashed himself after lap 10.
Oh, well, I don't want to be horrible to him, but that was probably a pretty nailed on prediction.
Aloha Tauri. That's interesting speech on
Uh,
the chat.
they
Meanwhile, we are Grills
off.
is pulling out relatively
Hmm.
fast.
Yeah, and Sid's got to deal with that front wing damage, and he's already under pressure from the Ferrari behind. Uh, there is some jostling further back.
Yellow flags.
There,
It's Piney Penguin.
Piney Penguin, has
But
he
what happened?
dropped it?
Oh, no front wing. So I guess too wide on the last turn. And, well, he kissed the wall. Scooter is overtaking Rising Cloud.
Yeah,
He's dropping behind Williams and behind Pipetek as well.
that's what happens when it's the AI.
Brother Adam already over 1.5 seconds behind
Oh,
Grills.
this is going to get messy.
The Summers managed to overtake Nathan, and Nico is side by side with Mercedes. Oh, and Nathan is spinning around. Probably a minor contact between of them.
Yeah, I want to say I saw most of it. I sort of looked away from when they were coming into the exit. Nico was on the outside, and Nathan had swung out to the right hand side of that corner to
Actually,
then
not
make
sure
the
why
make the corner.
the Summers car was ghosting for a moment.
That's probably 'cause of
And
really
look
slow
at that
contact.
exit from Nico. He is going to make a move on the Summers for P8. No, he is too far back.
Yeah. Don't think Nico could do anything about that incident between himself and Nathan, but D-Sum's really struggling on those rear tyres. Nico is chomping a bit. He's 4 laps younger than tyres on those softs than everybody else.
And look, it is a move to the inside on turn 1.
Gets it
Oh,
done.
and Fake had to understeer hardly. He's losing position to Dagi.
Ducky.
And
Oh, this
side
is
by
not going to
side
end
with
well.
Williams. Luckily, nothing serious happened over there. But look how
Oh, 3 or 4 wide.
for wide it looks no contact. Luckily, but
They're all pointing in the same.
it was really brave. Fake is losing
Close as
position.
well.
Piney Penguin retiring in the pit lane. Dagi was side by side for a moment with Scooter.
Amazingly, we're all still pointing somehow in the same direction.
But oh my god, Destruct somehow started to losing distance to Brother Adam. Sid is over 2 seconds behind Destructo. 427
Yeah, Sid's got
is
that
pulling a
damage.
pressure on him. Nico is overtaking Saigate for P7. He finally finds the way. That Saigate is still really close, but not close enough to make a switchback. DRS enabled this lap, so 427 will be attacking really hard.
Sid's in trouble here. That front wing damage is really hurting and putting extra wear and heat into those soft tyres that are fragile enough as it is.
And Connor is pretty close as well. Nico is closing the gap, and he will be with DRS range on those 3. 427 is making a move, I believe. They are side by side. 427 is in ahead, and it's jab down for Ferrari.
Yeah, very sensible from Sid backing out there and realising he's probably not going to be able to keep that move going for the next
And
3
we
laps.
see yellow flags. That's Dagi. That's
Dougie has dropped it. Inside curb. Safety car probably won't come out at this point in the race.
No chance for the safety car anymore. 1 lap before, and we could see the safety car, but not on last 3 laps. It's scripted for this game.
X427 was 3 seconds behind. Now 1.8 seconds behind Destructo.
Seagate losing another
Seagate,
position.
and
Nico is swapping positions with Connor.
I'm going to see
Oh, a
Seagate and
little
D
bit of
Summers
contact with Nico and Sid. They are free
fighting.
wide through there. Oh my
Oh,
god!
no, 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 no. And we could
Oh
get a bit
my
more
god!
contact in a second. We're 2 by 2 as we head down towards turn 17, 16, 17. Nico's. Oh, Scouse has come back out into this fight. Oh, I'm ready outside. There was contact. The Williams hasn't spun. Pipe Tech gets a switch back underneath from two drivers. Two moves in one corner. Oh, and it's getting a bit messy towards the end.
Pipe Attack is actually already planning a move on Seagate. Seagate was struggling with battery a bit.
Just going over to the outside.
They are both flashing, and Pipe Attack diving to the inside. Really good and clean move. Oh, there was a
and that's
contact. There was a
damage.
contact between Williams and Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, Scouse got front wing damage left hand side. He's just got to keep it going. Guys in front have got penalties, so
Yeah, Seagate,
probably
and before they collided, Seagate almost squeezed that Williams to the wall. And oh, another end plate is flying around. Seagate is dropping down to position 10 currently.
Sid struggling to slow that car down. He's lost 9 tenths in 2 corners to Havoc in front. That could be a position change on penalties. Pipe Tech closing in, but not quite enough. We'll set up probably into turn 1 next time around.
Sid.
Oh, Sid, there's the penalty. No! For all the Sid fans out there.
I mean, it would be wiser for Sid to probably. Oh, and fake with 5-second penalty for speeding in pit lane, and he is retiring from the race.
Why? Just stay out. You never know what's going to happen. Rising Claw's not a runner at this point because he's not completed enough laps. Realistically, we're down to 12. You never know what's going to happen. Pipe Tech
is overtaking these Hammers for position 7, and it's potentially even P5 if he will be able to close enough for Connor. Actually, let's check the penalty situation. 3 seconds for everyone excluding Seagate, who get 11.
X427 showing some good pace towards the end of this race.
Brother Adam closed up quite a lot to Grills on P1.
Probably needs just another lap. What difference that would have made.
4-7 is close to make a move onto Destructo. And Pipe Attack and Sid, they are close to each other. Sid is burning his whole battery.
Couple of corners to go. Grillis is going to win.
Grillis winning the race. Brother Adam on P2. Destructo crossing the line on P3. X427 as 4th, but he is getting promoted for P3. Connor on P5. Pipe Attack on P6. Sid's dropping to P8 after these Hammers crossing the line. Terrell on P9. Nico on P10. Rising Claw is overtaking Seagate for P11 because of his penalties. Nathan is crossing the line as P13. And
Seagate,
to be honest, I was pretty sure that we have one more lap to go.
Seagate finishing without a front wing as well. Well,
driver of the day by the game, it's Sid.
I would say Sid would have got a couple of votes as well from the guys in the chat, I reckon, as well, for that heroic performance. But yeah, front wing damage around here, costing drivers lots of positions and time.
To be honest, I say after a bit of problems at the race start, quite good recovery, especially under the safety cars, because he boxed after the first safety car. So I will say that will be P3 pipe attack. I mean X47.
Mhm.
I wanted to say pipe attack, but I wanted to say 47, but and probably Brother Adam deserve for a shootout over here as well.
Yeah, let's have a look where, in terms of results, what that means for people. Uh,
Grills
that'd be by.
closed in a bit to Destructo, that's for sure.
Mhm. First podiums for Brother Adam this season. X427 picks up another third place, and uh, Gredes picks up a win. His first win of the season.
Yeah, it's his first. No, actually, it's his second win.
Second win. So I was looking at Sid. But more points for Sid as well. And Destructo off the podium for the first time.
Okay, so let's do invite those boys for the interviews. It was Pipe Attack, it was Brother Adam, and it was Grillis. And while we're waiting for the boys to join us, what is your expectations, Mati, for tomorrow's one?
Tomorrow, yeah, I'll be back in the commentary box tomorrow night alongside Hacko for EU3. So that should be interesting. EU3's got off to a great start this season. We've seen some very close racing. Uh, we have a championship leader that hasn't won a race yet, so that could be interesting in Almanac. Uh, the usual suspects you'll see up there. I think Lewis will have another strong race uh, round Singapore, despite not being here last week. Uh, and then you've got the ever consistent performers of the likes of Goran and Dan Robbo and Griffin in the tier as well. Some emerging prospects like Molliers, who was in this tier last season, now promoted into EU3 and is progressing really well. So couldn't name you a winner, but I think we'll see those once again, like a bit like EU4 tonight. Those with a bit of consistency will probably end up being putting in the stronger performances for
Meanwhile,
EU3 tomorrow. So
two of
yeah,
our
stay tuned.
podium sitters decided to join us. Let's start with 427, who scored position 3. Good evening, and congratulations for your
Bonsoir.
podium.
Thank you very much. I'm eyeing up P2. I've got to be honest. There was a
Yeah,
clash between me and Adam lap one. I might sneak in. I might sneak it, but
I mean,
it could be tough. It'd be tough on Adam as well, but
it
I want it.
was it was a messy race, but I believe it's not a surprise watching that we were at the streets of Singapore. I compare it
No,
to
it's
Monaco, but
always
just a bit faster.
yeah. It's always a long race. It's always a tough race. There's always incidents.
And
There's always
it's
a safety car in there. So
always all about the survival.
yeah,
But
yeah, definitely.
pretty strong effort by you tonight. We seen you decided to pull into the pit lane after the first safety car appears. So you dropped to the second part of the grid, if I'm not mistaken. Mm,
Yeah, that was. I had wing damage actually after the clash on lap one, so It was just good luck, if I'm honest. That the VSC came out when it did, and I could change the wing, and then go for 2 sets of mediums, which was always the plan. I would have swapped to softs later on if I'd not just pitted for a set of mediums. So it worked out all right in the end. So I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of happened at the end. A lot of overtakes, a lot of incidents was on the play. But you managed to avoid most of them, maybe excluding first lap of the race, and
Yeah, I think
still great
I'll tell you
recovery
what
for you.
though. Yeah. It's been the story of my season really, having a bit of a recovery drive and then ending up with a decent result. But at the end though, getting past Sid was a nightmare. That Alpine was so fast in a straight line.
I mean,
But
Sid at
I
the
had
end of the
ERS
race,
and
Sid at the end
yeah,
of the race was struggling with missing end plate. And
yeah.
I was wondering, does it happen when your teammate and Alpha collided under the safety car when they both lost the front wing, or just after when
Uh,
you were battling with him?
I think it was before that. Actually, it was. I think it was like you say under the safety car, but so I just sort of appeared through turn 2 and 3, and then saw there was a lot of body, like car body parts all over the place and carbon fiber everywhere. So, I mean, if I'm brutally honest in my head, I'm thinking, yes, free positions, thank you.
Okay,
But obviously, I didn't want it to happen to Pytech, so.
I don't care
Um,
will it sound weird or not, but it's pretty late, so Mati, 427 is all yours.
I don't want to talk to him. He knows that. As soon as he gets on
grow
the
up.
podium. I mean, I'm
It's
not going to lie.
twice
The only
this
thing
season
that
now. I'm basically a
I
regular.
know it's painful. Yeah. Well, I mean, the only thing that could be better for you if it was raining, because
Oh yeah, I
historically
wanted rain. Yes,
quite good in the rain around Singapore. But yeah.
yes, my first ever win.
How often am I going to say it this season that the wise, experienced, and more regular drivers that have been in contest of speed for a
Old.
number of seasons are going to probably edge out over some of the other guys in terms of getting a good result. I feel that it's going to be a fair few times. Don't call yourself old. You're not old yet, but
Just because, only because you're just behind me.
I don't. But I wouldn't be surprised to see him again. Let's put it that way. We've got 12 races to go. Yeah, could make a surprise bid for the top 3 in the championship.
I hope so. That'll be fun.
Yeah, that would be fun. There you go.
That'd be great.
Right, I've spoken to enough. I don't want to speak to him anymore.
Ciao, ciao, everybody. Well done.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Congratulations, top 2.
thank you for joining us, 47, and once again, congratulations for taking a podium spot. And now let's head into our position 2 holder, Brother Adam. Congratulations of your first podium this season. Don't be shy. We're not biting.
Not yet, anyway.
I mean, I am biting, but he don't need to know about this.
Unless he's unmute the mic, maybe.
Yeah, he did unmuted the
He's
microphone, but
he's there.
still
He's there.
he's there. But maybe try. Maybe you get set it to push to talk
Oh,
or something.
I've just seen the unmute and then mute again, and then unmute
Yeah.
again.
Maybe try push to talk instead of muting and unmuting yourself. We have a time. I have a day off tomorrow. Not under the pressure of work
I haven't
coming
got it.
at morning. Yeah, but I will be.
I've got an early start, so
I'm working every day from Wednesday to Sunday.
hang on.
Okay.
Oh,
Sadly,
he's
Adam
left.
decided to drop off some technical issues. I have to say, it was quite fun. It was my first time with you, Matty.
I know.
We need to do
It
this.
was like it was seamless at times.
We need to do this again at some point. I'm counting on you.
Yes, we do. Just us two. Don't worry, you know where to find me. I'll be here.
Okay.
Soon as
I
you
will.
ask.
I will do remember that for all that join us on the Twitch stream. Thank you for joining us tonight, Mati. Thank you for saving my lazy ass tonight and
That's right. All
joining
part of
me.
the job, mate. Pleasure.
And
Absolute pleasure.
we will see you tomorrow. I mean, I'll be on the track, but Mati will be here.
Yes, I get to talk about your performance. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, Austria was pretty decent. I have quite enjoyable battle with Racer for P4. And
Mhm.
watching, I mean, I know that TTs aren't winning the races, but watching TT tables for EU3 drivers, there is Racer, then one tenth of the second behind it's me, then 3/10 it's Heatmax, and then it's empty by 4/10. So might be interesting race.
It will be an interesting race. Yeah,
Anyway,
we'll get to see
once again,
tomorrow.
for
Nice.
chatters. See you all tomorrow, and good night.